Katt Williams has now revealed who may be behind the attack on Rihanna's home. And it is the same person that many people in the industry are afraid of. Why does this person want to harm Rihanna? And was this attack only used as a distraction from the Epstein files? Rihanna's house was attacked while her kids were inside. And this is not the first time she has faced threats.
Westfield unit shooting just occurred. A white Tesla, as northbound on Coldwater. 10 fired from the vehicle at the gate. Stand by the piers, attempting to check the camera footage for a license plate.
Zebra 2, it's going to be a Tesla Model 3, white in color. Stand by for the plate.
Air Tango copy, we're in the area.
Suspect vehicle is a white Tesla Model 3 license plate. Lastly, northbound from 1200 block of Benedict Canyon.
859, I just spoke to the primary and it's going to be a verified. That's the plate and the vehicle traveling on Benedict northbound.
Okay, Brandon, roger.
On March 9th, Rihanna's Los Angeles home was attacked by a woman carrying an AR-15 style rifle while Rihanna was inside with her children. The shooter, later identified as 35-year-old Ivana Led Ortiz, ran away to a nearby shopping mall, where she was later arrested and taken into custody on suspicion of attempted violence. Police reports from that day show that bullet holes were found in the property's gate, walls, and also in an RV parked in the driveway. Even though no one was hurt, Rihanna was reportedly inside her house with her daughters, Rose and Athel, when the shooting took place.
I'll take you out to another story that we have been following here very closely on Live Now from Fox. Prosecutors in Los Angeles filing an attempted murder charge against the woman accused of shooting at the home of Grammy-winning artist Rihanna. Fox 11 LA's Gigi Graciette live in Beverly Hills now with the latest. And Gigi, a very scary story and a lot that you are finding out.
Certainly, Josh. Good morning from Beverly Hills. We're here this morning because yesterday we learned that according to police and the district attorney, immediately after the shooting, the suspect, who's now behind bars, Ivana Ortiz, drove here to Beverly Hills. And then for some reason, she drove back over the hill, if you're familiar with the Los Angeles area, into the San Fernando Valley, where she was eventually arrested. Now, take a look at the video. She made her first court appearance yesterday. The judge did not allow media to record or show any images.
Right after Ortiz was arrested, TMZ released a video that showed clips taken from social media where she was seen threatening Rihanna and calling her a witch in the months before the attack. Reports say that Ortiz believed she was being chased by the devil, and she thought that Rihanna was the person responsible for everything happening to her.
Listen, Rihanna, when you die, God is taking me to my future. You want to kill me. Shut the f up, okay? Shut the f up. Yeah, she's a witch. She's a witch. I'm a watchman. She's a witch. Get that stupid girl out of here, okay? They can't do this. They can't do this. That's why you got Rihanna over there all jealous. Because how am I, because her faith is the devil. Rihanna's faith is the devil, okay? I don't like her, and she's always trying to steal from me. And she has not ever put out any music to reach people. She only did her little music thing so that she can do witchcraft. And so that she can steal from people. So everybody, please, don't listen to her. Don't follow her. Don't give that girl any air, space, or time. Because she's stealing from you. Okay? She's stealing from you. So you guys need to wake up and don't give that girl any attention. They want to come over here and steal my thoughts.
That's Satan. He just wants to kill something beautiful. Just like his Rihanna. They just want to kill something beautiful.
So even though the devil and Rihanna are very loud, God and Jesus Christ are doing something, and myself.
Rihanna has been receiving threats for many years, but the fact that this woman drove for several hours to reach her mansion and somehow knew that Rihanna was inside alone seems like more than just a coincidence. Because of this, some people believe the attack may not have been as random or as crazy as the news made it seem. One name keeps coming up again and again in these discussions, and some sources online claim that Jay-Z could have been behind the attack. His name has been in the news recently after the Epstein files mentioned his connection to Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein in a case. Some people believe that Jay-Z wanted to take the attention away from himself, and Rihanna became an easy target. There is also talk that Rihanna has been trying to distance herself from Jay-Z, and this could have been a way to send her a warning.
So wait, you telling me Jay-Z put a hit out on Rihanna and it's all behind the Epstein files? I don't know exactly what's going on, but this is one of the theories that's floating around social media and gathering steam. This shit ain't too serious for me, but listen to this, it's crazy. And you might believe it, you might not. So I'm sure y'all heard some woman named Ivana allegedly fired 10 rounds from an AR into Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's Beverly Hills home while they were all there. Now, at first, people just thought it was just a random incident. But then people started connecting dots. Now, listen to this. You know how they are trying to press Jay-Z to be called in for questioning for the Epstein files, right? Now, what people are alleging is Rihanna is a key material witness into this whole trafficking scheme or plot or whatever that Roc Nation and Jay-Z himself have been carrying out. And what really has people thinking like, what could Rihanna possibly know is that if you recall, Rihanna herself was flown out at the age of 15 and pretty much, I don't want to say forced, but if you remember, Rihanna said it herself, they were on the top floor, 29th floor somewhere, and then Jay-Z told her either sign this record deal or be thrown off the building, out the window or whatever. Now this story is still developing, and I honestly don't know what the true, real story is right now, but I tell you this, I don't think some random woman is blasting 10 rounds of AR at Rihanna's house, and it's just random.
This theory may sound crazy at first, but just listen to what Katt Williams said about it. According to him, the music industry is built on betrayal. Once artists stop making money, the executives in the industry are ready to do whatever it takes to get rid of them.
In order for the type of ratings we need and attention to be on this thing. See, what I'm saying is, in business, nothing is coincidental, or you would be hearing who's losing money. In all of these situations, it's only the artist that's losing. Somebody makes big money. When these rappers get killed, not incidental. Somebody made $100 million and now don't have to talk to that artist or none of their crew, don't have to validate none of their contracts. Now only got to deal with the mama, only got to see her once a year, and it's over. And the money goes up and up and up. So they killed this $20 million guy, but they reaped $60 million in benefits.
Wow.
And they had some people from your city do it.
Wow.
I'm saying there's the good side and the bad side of these businesses.
But think about what you just think about what you just said. That's extremely thoughtful and powerful. It could only be what it was if it were those two.
Any other names together. The police are out on stage. They've cut to commercial. You didn't see what happened. By the time they come out, people have been removed. It goes on. It's certain ways things are handled when it's not intentional. When things go smoothly, but they seem chaotic, that means there was forethought and a plan. Somebody, even if it looks like, yeah, Janet Jackson just had a wardrobe malfunction. Yeah, there's no such thing.
Correct.
I don't care who you blaming.
I believe that.
Somebody benefited. Yeah. So in all of these situations, there's a business involved and there's real money involved, and somebody's benefiting from this thing that looks like, oh, that just happened. Nah, no way. No.
Rihanna's connection to Jay-Z has been questioned from the very beginning. Some reports claim that she was taken advantage of by him when she was only 16. It is said that she was brought to the United States without her parents and sent to a hotel room with Jay-Z, where she stayed alone with him until 3 a.m. In the end, it is claimed that Jay-Z pressured her into signing a contract, even telling a 16-year-old girl he had just met that he would throw her out of the window if she did not agree.
These music executives were vacationing in Barbados, and they saw Rihanna and her friends on the beach and approached her, but she was a teenager, and she was able to leave Barbados with these grown white men to go to New York City, where they kept her in the room for 24 hours straight and signed her on the spot. It's hard for island girls to actually leave the island. So who paid money for this girl to leave?
Rihanna was trapped to Def Jam.
She was an innocent baby when she came over here. And look at her now.
14 going on 15 years old. Flown over without parental supervision in a private plane by a man who was supposed to be a producer who auditioned her at 3 a.m. in the morning. in a hotel room auditioning at 3 a.m. in the morning, a 14-year-old girl. She was flown to another country. She was taken to Def Jam headquarters. She was left in a conference room alone with Sean Carter for nearly 6 hours alone with no parental supervision. Her father collected a $500,000 check. She has the fastest inked deal in Def Jam history.
After signing with Jay-Z, Rihanna's career quickly took off. But all that fame did not come without a cost. There were rumors that Jay-Z was cheating on Beyoncé with Rihanna, and that Beyoncé was aware of it. At that time, Rihanna was 18, and Jay-Z was 41. The speculation about their relationship has always been there, and some people believe it even caused tension between Rihanna and Chris Brown. Both Rihanna and Jay-Z have denied these claims many times, but some say that Jay-Z also denied similar rumors when he was linked to Aaliyah.
Sang another ballad from the album last time. Yeah. So then what did he say to you? He said something to you. Oh yes, he said, we don't sing songs here, we sing artists. And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested. And there was this sudden feel of relief.
But then he said something about a window and a door or something.
Oh, then he said, he did it homework.
I did a lot of homework on you, this lady.
He said, there are two ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal signed or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
So you was like, where's the pen? Where's the paper? I'm signing.
Yeah.
The audience is so uncomfortable. Like, I don't know if Tyra was trying to get that on the record, but my God, what Jaguar? He threatened her. This is her own words coming out of her mouth. And she was a kid at that time, correct?
15-year-old girl who had been flown to the United States without parental supervision or a chaperone, brought to a grown man's office in a large corporate Manhattan building. Everybody knew when she flew in. I was there the day she got signed.
And
beautiful.
When I met her that day, I knew she was a star. Like, just her look, the way she walked into a room and her confidence, and she performed in my office.
And she was what, 17 years old at that point?
She was 16.
16, and she has the confidence of it. She's like an old soul in a sense, right?
Absolutely.
So she walks in your office, and what? She just belts out a tune?
Belts out a tune. She performs, and I tell her, "There's no way out of this office." I signed her that day.
Wow.
Like, everything is there. So we signed her that night. We didn't let her leave the office.
Really?
The 3 a.m. was when that contract got signed. So from the meeting around 3, 4 in the afternoon, we signed it by 3 a.m.
Wow.
That day. I was absolutely certain.
How often does that happen? I mean, that's
not often.
That's unheard of, right?
That's not.
Jay-Z's name being linked to the Epstein files, along with the backlash he has faced over alleged connections to Harvey Weinstein, is one reason some people claim he could have arranged this attack. They believe he wanted to shift the attention away from himself. The claims connected to him in the Epstein files are described as serious. Some reports mention emails that suggest Epstein was using Jay-Z's influence in entertainment to control public attention. One email is said to show the CEO of Barclays telling Epstein that there was no uprising against powerful elites because the public was distracted by things like hip-hop culture. The message also claimed that the group that might have protested had been influenced through figures like Jay-Z. At the same time, another email is said to suggest that Jay-Z was somehow connected within that network as well.
Now, this is a tip back in 2009 that was sent to the FBI that references Jay-Z, Harvey Weinstein, and Pusha T. It says, on July 10th of 2019 at 8:20 a.m. Eastern Time, someone called the FBI National Threat Operations Center to identify herself as a victim of abuse by Jeffrey Epstein and others. This person said in approximately 1994, she revealed herself as a past victim of abuse by Epstein. She described the abuse that occurred during parties, and she also described someone as a friend of someone. In approximately 1996, she revealed that she resided with someone somewhere. An unknown man abducted someone from her home when she later awoke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter, known as Jay-Z. This person claimed that Harvey Weinstein inserted his fingers into... She believed that she was in Epstein's mansion in Florida. This person estimated that she was abducted on 7 occasions, awaking each time in an indoor setting. She said that she suffered abuse on multiple of those occasions in which Epstein participated. She claims that she recalled Leon Black and William Barr, the current United States Attorney General, being present during some of the occasions of the abuse.
According to some reports, after the allegations first came out, Jay-Z tried to use his connections in the industry to shift the blame away from himself. Several artists spoke out in support of Jay-Z, saying that he was completely innocent and that these claims were not true. However, many people did not believe this. One of these celebrities was Lizzo, who posted on her TikTok to defend Jay-Z, saying that just being mentioned in the Epstein files does not mean that Jay-Z did anything wrong. She even defended Ghislaine Maxwell, who, if you did not know, is a convicted offender.
Ghislaine Maxwell woke up every single day. Children? No. We're losing the plot. And it's just like the American people in the comments. I knew she was wrong. Jay-Z, I knew he was. What did it say Jay-Z did? He was there in 1996. Come on, people. Like, y'all are falling for it. It's the easiest, oldest trick in the book. And honestly, I'm losing faith in the average intelligence of the American person. Because, come on. Just because somebody's name is mentioned in a 3 million document file of a person's life who's been lived over crimes who've spanned decades, doesn't mean that every single person is an accomplice. He could be mentioned. He referenced Jay-Z once. He was like, oh, we could learn from Jay-Z's business model. Why are y'all? Where's the crime? Focus.
This is where the story becomes even more shocking. You know how the shooter accused Rihanna of witchcraft? Some online theories claim that the real person involved is Beyoncé. The main person connected to this theory is Nicki Minaj. On the day the Epstein files were released, Nicki Minaj posted on Twitter about Epstein's links to the entertainment industry and also criticized Jay-Z, saying that some people gain and keep power through serious wrongdoing. She also mentioned that she might share more of what she knows, saying she had been trying to stay quiet. At the same time, she also said she would not release an album until her contract was renegotiated and more issues in the industry were looked into. In another post, she shared claims about what happens behind the scenes in Hollywood, which she described as very disturbing. However, these claims are based on online theories and have not been proven.
Found in the Epstein files, giving up to 16 of her fetuses for Epstein, and states in one of her songs, 16 carriages. I gave them away while I watched them all get their plate. What the You're joking. What is this life? Y'all are not looking into this deep enough. Go through the files. Go through them. Take the time. Don't sit here and say you know the Epstein files if you did not go through them. Also, the government released these files as PDFs. Did you know that if you change the .pdf to .mov, they're actually movies? They're lying to you, and they redacted people's names and photos that actually were not victims because they're trying to hide it. But in some of those clips and some of those emails, it shows a small tidbit of the redacted statement or a redacted photo, and ChatGPT will actually read through all of those images and tell you what it says.
This tweet about the situation also shared claims about Beyoncé's past and alleged involvement with witchcraft. The tweet said that she has been involved in dark arts for a long time and that some people believe she was mentioned in the Epstein files for a reason. It also mentioned that she has talked about practices like charging crystals under a full moon and praying to orishas, which the tweet claimed go against Christian beliefs. The message said that people should be careful with such practices and described her as having a strange or unsettling energy. It also claimed that some people close to her, including her sister Solange, have been linked to similar practices, and that former dancers and band members have shared stories about her involvement in these things. However, these are only online claims and have not been proven.
Apparently, Beyonce is being accused again of doing black magic. Now, here's what I'm going to say. Everybody ain't lying. I spent probably a week doing research on all the people that they were connected with, and all of them are connected to some sort of black magic, some sort of witchery, okay? Listen, there was a lady that went live on Instagram, okay? She called out Beyonce for trying to harm her kid. A model and dancer, Khadijah Shari, made some disturbing allegations against Beyonce. She's gorgeous, by the way, okay? She takes to her Instagram and says, "Are you effing kidding me? You called for my child to be..." It says R word? That says, "You evil effing witch. At Essence, check on my child. I'm about to blow this through the fucking roof. At Beyonce, you went too effing far. You gotta be kidding me. I'm the child you off to be a star. You forgot you were only supposed to be a star. on the tree, giving orders of takeouts. Never want, with your stardom, I don't know. Never went with your stardom. Watch what you all do in this time. When it was happening to me, I kept my mouth shut for my career, not my goddaughter. I'll blow your world up. Destiny's Child, really Jigga Man. This breeds manic. It breeds a little bit of bipolar. However, everybody can't be lying on Beyonce because this is an ex-dancer of hers, and now we remember the ex-drummer that came out and we call her crazy too. We got the interview of the drummer. Y'all remember her? And she was saying that Beyonce was using witchcraft and all that stuff, and it always comes out around the time when she getting ready to cipher for a new album. Let me remind y'all of what Kimberly said.
These are not just random rumors. Some of the biggest artists who have worked with Jay-Z have spoken about these claims. One of these artists is MIA. She said that after she was signed, Jay-Z wanted her to get plastic surgery. She also claimed that Beyonce pressured her into things she described as rituals and strange practices, saying that the industry is based on control and wrongdoing.
I met Jay-Z and I signed to Rock Nation. The first thing he told me to do is get plastic surgery. I'm not insecure because I would have got plastic surgery. People make it, they all can turn around and thank Beyonce because that's it. And enough is enough. I'm coming for everyone now. And even Adele, because she's retired now, but her career would not exist if I hadn't made Jonathan Dickens into a manager. And when she gets an award, she thanks Beyonce. Oh, I didn't want to drip myself in blood and cover myself and swim in goop, in black goop, and fucking like wear devil horns to fucking sell a record. Fuck that. Or be a witch. Or be that, all of that. Fuck all of that.
Jaguar, right? Jay-Z's backup dancer. Backed up these claims, too.
But Jaguar has been warning us about Jay-Z. Yeah. Jay-Z has now had an official lawsuit. It's everywhere. It's now being talked about louder than ever. I guess, does that give you some peace to know that people are finally really questioning this man?
It's emboldening me. I spoke on Piers Morgan. I said that I had 3 victims that I've been working with, victims of the Carters, that were ready to come forward. This might help them feel a little more confident now. So this is great because he's been evading. But the thing is, everyone in the backdrop knew that he was the celebrity John Doe. Everybody knew that. They knew it when I did Piers Morgan.
Is Beyonce celebrity B?
I hope to God not. But she was around.
Mm.
And she's very... she's got enough on her plate. After everything that happened with the election and everything that's happening right now, I'm not going to dump on that woman. She got better fish to fry.
Well,
what I will say is that her husband, she knows exactly who he is.
Yeah.
She knows. She knows.
Terrence Howard said that Hollywood is controlled by people working behind the scenes, and that these people can retaliate without ever showing who they are. According to him, the system is built so that real power stays hidden. This means that even when something happens in public, the people behind it are not seen. When you look at what people like Katt Williams have said, some think a pattern begins to appear. The idea is that artists are only important as long as they make money, and when they go against the system or become a problem, they are handled quietly, without any clear sign of who is in control.
Listen, before y'all talk about me, y'all need to talk to me. You see, once upon a time, if a man questioned another man's honor, he didn't do it from the shadows. He had to do it out in the open, with his name, his chest out, and his chin high. Not hiding behind a keyboard or tucked behind edited clips of fair use disclaimers. You see, citing Section 107 of the Copyright Act does not give you free rein to defame, misrepresent, or harm another's reputation. Fair use is not a shield for character assassination. So here's the simple truth. If you take my words, my image, my ideas, and twist them to feed your fear and inflate your ego, if you profit off of my name while calling me a liar, then be prepared to stand behind your accusations. Because in the old world, men didn't hide behind anything when they spoke against someone. They had to speak it with their whole being. And if you're going to speak against me, then use the same courage that it took for me to say those truths. Man to man, eye to eye, integrity and in truth. I've spent a lifetime earning the right to speak with the conviction about these truths that I speak. So if you want to tear that down, have the decency to come and say it directly to my face. And say it like a man.
At the end of the day, whether you believe these claims or not, one thing is clear. There are still many unanswered questions about what really happens behind the scenes in the entertainment industry. Stories like this only add more fuel to the fire. If you want more videos like this, where we connect the details and separate facts from speculation, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and let me know what you think in the comments.